aftermath of the Albanian parliamentary elections that took place on May 11th, we have the privilege to be joined by Albania's Prime Minister and leader of the Socialist Party, the governing party, Prime Minister Edi Rama.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having us, Prime Minister.
It's a pleasure.
You have led your campaign on the promise of EU accession to Albanian citizens by 2030. Which proved quite successful. So what are the policy steps that will follow in terms of reforms in governance and rule of law necessary for the country to speed up EU membership?
Yeah, we don't need to invent anything. We need simply to push forward for all the criteria, the benchmarks, the standards that we have to achieve to become functioning European-like member state and then to become a true member state. So the playbook is on the table, the negotiations are up and running, and everything looks great in this moment for us because Europe has opened its door, and we have to take this opportunity. This door is not open all the time, so we have to make the best out of this moment.
Especially this moment where the geopolitical tensions in the region make it so that the EU accession wants to accelerate. Is that
exactly.
The moment that you're talking about?
This is what I'm saying. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. It's listen. The EU is a house of rich people. So, and you know very well, I guess from your background, that house of riches have not the door open all the time. House of poors, yes. So when the riches open the door, they have an interest. And this is now a moment they have an interest, and we have to take this opportunity.
While taking the opportunity, what do you think could be the biggest challenges that you could be facing in terms of implementing these reforms in governance, rule of law, seeing that there are certain criticisms posed by the European Union to Albania?
No, the criticism is welcome because it's part of the playbook. So we have to deliver in terms of the best performance. And I always say, you know, we are blessed to have the EU at the doorstep. Otherwise, we could end same way like Afghanistan or like Iraq or like other countries and places far away that tried to become vibrant democracies and failed big time because they didn't have the EU playbook. And the EU is an amazing source of know-how when you want to build a functioning democratic state. And you need this know-how when you don't have the tradition. So we don't have the tradition, and this know-how is just blessed. What
will bring the tradition to the country?
The tradition will build up slowly and steadily. I mean, tradition of a state, of a democratic state, even less. And being part of this European family is a guarantee.
And when it comes to the accession talks, given by the geopolitical environment, Ukraine and Moldova seem to have dominated these discussions. Do you have a feeling that Albania has sidelined? Do you feel a sense of unfairness?
No. It's absolutely normal that it has been special attention, and it has been a good willing push for Ukraine and Moldova. But on the other hand, knowing very well how this works, it will not be any gift for anyone, even for Ukraine. So they have to deliver in all benchmarks and criteria, because this is how it works. It's a merit-based process, and I think it's the right approach, because it's not about getting a free ride and entering that house. It's about building here in our countries a state where institutions work And that's the bless, by the way.
Speaking of institutions that work, we have assisted yesterday to the International Election Observers press conference, and they said that the elections were well run, but they lacked a level playing field for all contestants. And one of the remarks was the misuse of public resources and institutional powers by the ruling party, which may deepen this public trust in politics. What do you think about these remarks?
Listen, the reports are made to be balanced. The reports are made to reflect every side's even allegations, and the reports are made to be corrected on the way, because it's a preliminary report. We take the criticism with the best will to address what is really a concern, if it is, and we have our right to rebuttal. And I think this was the best election ever in terms of calm, in terms of maturity, in terms of smoothness. And when it comes to use of public resources, I think it's too far from reality what you just told me, for the simple reason that we have a very strict framework of law, and I believe we are the only country where the government is not supposed to take any decision for months from the election day. So this is just to say that. But on the other hand, of course, we know we are far from perfect, and improving is our mantra. We need to improve and not to blame.
Mm-hmm. But they have praised the work of SPAC. Could you tell us a little bit about this new institution?
They are right. They are right. This is one of the new things that have happened thanks to our will to build a true member state-like country. And
this is the structure that fights organized crime and corruption.
Yes, and if we want to do it, we have to go through something that we never went through before: full separation of powers and hands off from the justice system. And for the first time, Albania is experiencing something that is called equality in front of the law, that has never been the case. So in our history, since we had a state in 1912 until a few years ago, we never saw anyone connected to the political power be investigated, indicted, or convicted by an independent prosecutor and judge. So this is happening for the first time, and it's a great step. But we need to make it irreversible, and that's why we need to enter the European Union.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of democratic procedures, media independence is also one of them. And one of the issues that were raised by the international observers was the independence and diversity of the media that was undermined, and the quality of information to the public was not objectively available. How do you aim to address this issue?
We have to look carefully into it to understand exactly what they are talking about. For sure, we have progress to make also in that regard. We did some good progress in the last report, or whatever, of the Reporters Without Borders showed Albania going up and practically leaving behind many countries in the neighborhood. But of course, it's not enough. So yes, there are things to be improved.
Mm-hmm. And now, speaking a little bit of regional dynamics, there is a large Albanian population, especially in several Balkan countries. Do you think EU accession would help to solve these regional tensions? Would it create a more stable and cooperative relationship in the region? We have heard talks of Greater Albania. Is this something that your government is aligning with, or more of a cooperative path you will be following?
Greater Albania is an invention of others and not of Albanians themselves to start with. So there is nothing like Greater Albania in any of our books of history. And on the other hand, yeah, we need to unite, and we need to unite under the sky of the European Union, where there are no borders and there are no stupid divisions of the past. And that's why I always say, you know, Albania will be very successful as far as we look the past with the eyes of the future, and the Balkans will always be in danger anytime that they look the future with the eyes of the past.
And what are your future plans for NATO's power here in Albania? Will it be strengthened? Just talking about the Southeast Shield.
We are keeping a very clear stance of peace, cooperation, and strengthening any possible bridge with everyone, including with Serbia, with whom we had a very difficult past. And we think that, again, you know, if we want a better future for us, it can't be better if it will not be better for everyone else around us. So this is very clear. On the other hand, when it comes to NATO, yeah, we are a NATO member, and we are a proud NATO member country, small, but with our own, you know, position, which is totally aligned with the club. So there's nothing particular on that.
Excellent. And now I just want to ask one final question about your neighboring Italy. There was an Italy-Albania migrant offshoring deal, but it's been 1 year and the project doesn't seem to be moving very smoothly. Why did you agree to this offshoring deal, and what were your expectations?
No, we don't have any expectation. We agreed because in an unconditional love, you always agree, and this is what it is between us and Italy. So we have an unconditioned love for Italy, and we have a very special relation with Italy. So they helped us big time, many times, and the rule is very simple. When they ask us something, we always say yes, and they don't ask much, and they don't ask often. So this is all on our side. So we gave them jurisdiction on that territory, and that's it. Mm-hmm. It's up to the Italian government, the Italian state, to run the operation, to manage the operation, to deal with everything. It's not for us. We are not part of the project.
And now on Friday there will be the European Political Community meeting. What will you be expecting of this meeting? The focus, I think, will be also Albanian EU accession processes.
No, we will do our best to be an unforgettable host, and that's it. Hospitality is our main religion, and we are preparing for that, and the rest we leave to the big guys. It's not up to us to tell them what to do and how to do it. We are just hosting them and being ready to do everything they need, and even to kill for them if they will be threatened in any way within our borders.
Like you have hosted us beautifully today. Thank you so much, Prime Minister, for having us.
We would kill also for you if you have a problem, but I don't think you have a problem, no?
We don't have a problem so far. Everything has been very smooth. Thank you very much for hosting us.
No, it was a pleasure, and let me say, it's a special pleasure because my mother studied in Poland, and we had at our home, I think, the only place where you could watch Polish TV with satellite dish when satellite dishes were installed after the communism.
In Łódź, right? Your mother was studying in Łódź. Excellent.
Yeah, she knew that strange language, which I found horrible to understand.
Thank you so much for joining us, Prime Minister. And that's all for us from World Talks. Stay tuned on TVP World.